Welcome back to Autism at Home. In this lesson, we're going to be talking all about the second key strategy of ABA, which is pairing yourself with reinforcement, like bubbles. So, what is a reinforcement? Reinforcement essentially is anything that a child really likes, is motivated, and is willing to work for. It is sometimes referred to as a reward. For example, this is a reinforcement, a slinky. These are all reinforcements, dinosaurs, trains. On this side as well, we've got snow spray, slime, Play-Doh, marker pens. Essentially, all these are reinforcements. And for us adults, this probably will be our reinforcement. Now, there are typically three main categories of reinforcement. The first are tangible reinforcements. These are things you can touch and feel, like food and drinks, toys, as well as screen time. The second type of reinforcement are social reinforcements, or sometimes we refer to them as interactive reinforcements. These include social attention, interactive play like tickles, singing to your child. Think about the last time somebody complimented you on your new hairstyle or praised you for a job well done. Did that make you feel good and encouraged? You were actually reinforced. Unfortunately, as autism is defined by difficulties in social interaction, many children on the spectrum may not be usually primarily motivated by social reinforcement and usually need a combination of other kinds of external reinforcement initially. Like, for example, getting iPad time, as well as a good job, well done, so proud of you. The third type of reinforcement is referred to as automatic reinforcement. This is something that a child may do again and again that is repetitive as well as reinforcing to them. This may include hand flapping, lining up toys, toe walking, jumping up and down, spinning around in circles, and the list goes on. So let's practice. Take a look at this.
Okay, so table time. Come sit down. Good sitting down. Look, we've got so many toys. What do you want?
Play-Doh!
Play-Doh, sure.
What was the reinforcer? Bubbles, trains, Play-Doh, or Slinky? Play-Doh, you got it. Because he reached out for that of all the choices offered. What type of reinforcement was it? Tangible, social, or automatic? Tangible, because Play-Doh can be touched, felt, and seen. Now let's look at this example.
The spider is coming, spider is coming. Tickle, 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 tickle.
What reinforcer was the adult using? Tickling, laughs, or the phone? Great, that's right, tickling. Was it a reinforcer for the child? To be fair, the adult is trying her very best, but Joshua here is just not motivated by it. What reinforcer did the child actually want? More tickling, more laughs, or the phone? Notice how the adult didn't see the phone as a reinforcer, but the child certainly did. How about this?
Okay, so table time. Look, there's so many things. What do you want to play? Okay, wait, sit down, sit down. It's your table time, sit down. Sit down. It's a nice table one.
What reinforcer was the adult using? Train, bubbles, slinky, or all of the above? All of the above, that's right. Were any of them reinforcers for the child? Yes, no, somewhat. No, the child clearly wasn't interested in any of them. What reinforcer did the child actually want? The train, bubbles, slinky, or jumping? In this case, the child wanted to jump more than anything. What type of reinforcement was it? Tangible, social, or automatic? Jumping in this case was an automatic reinforcer because the child could do it themselves and did so repeatedly.
Now, a common question we get asked from many families is, what if my child starts to rely on reinforcement? What if he or she expects to be rewarded all the time? Now, we first need to remember that a skill that seems so easy for us can genuinely be so difficult for a child with autism to learn. In many cases, they've got so much more to learn or have to work so much harder to learn basic skills that come naturally to a typical child. So it's better to keep them feeling really successful by key strategy number 1, starting from the smallest step, and number 2, rewarding them for it, so they feel successful and motivated to keep trying. The pairing of reinforcement actually teaches new skills, and eventually the hope is for your child to become more naturally motivated. As your child gets better and better at that skill, you can start to reduce that reward and start to taper it back, and perhaps use it for a more complex skill instead, or else use more natural reinforcements as well. Now it's your turn to put this strategy into practice. Firstly, make a list of all the reinforcements your child is motivated by. Remember, it can be tangible, it can be social, or even automatic. Secondly, check the list. Which ones has your child actually been getting for free this whole time? Meaning he or she hasn't had to work for it or demonstrate any specific behavior before receiving this reinforcer. For example, many children get 2 to 3 hours of screen time when mom is on the phone or when they're eating their lunch or dinner. Thirdly, try giving your child the reinforcement only after they do what you want them to do. Not before, not during, but after. For example, if the iPad is the reinforcer, they sit nicely at the table, finish their meal, and then get the iPad. Not get the iPad while they eat their meal. Also, remember, a reinforcer is only reinforcement if it's motivating to your child, not to you or to anyone else. We should never assume that just because other children like certain activities or it's a trending toy, that our kids will also like the same thing. And don't forget to try a variety of reinforcers. Exposing kids to all different types of activities, you'll never know what they'll be into next. In the next video, we actually cover the last key strategy of ABA, which is practice, practice, and practice.